Well, the Treasurer outlined to the House how our strong economic recovery is helping the Morrison government to provide support during unprecedented events like the COVID-19 pandemic and also the severe flooding that we are currently experiencing in large parts of the country.
The Treasurer has the call.
Well, thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Robertson for a question to acknowledge her experience in the private sector and as a very fierce and staunch advocate for the people of the Central Coast, Mr Speaker. And more than 17,000 people in the members' electorate have graduated from JobKeeper. And I had the opportunity to visit the members' electorate and to meet with one of the successful small businesses, Terrigal Electric, to hear how the government's apprentice incentive scheme has helped see that business take on its first female apprentice electrician, Mr Speaker. Now, Mr Speaker, the Australian economy has been tested over the course of the last 18 months. We've seen the drought, we've seen floods, we've seen fire, and of course we've seen the COVID-19 pandemic. And today our economy is being tested again in Queensland and New South Wales with the terrible floods. And the government is responding with payments of $1,000 to adults and $400 to children, as well as income support, getting that money out the door as quickly as possible to those communities in need. And when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have committed as a government $251 billion. That's the equivalent of around 13% of GDP, and it's more than twice what all the states and territories combined have committed, Mr Speaker. Now, more than $150 billion is out the door already. $86 billion on JobKeeper, $35 billion on the cash flow boost, $20 billion on the coronavirus supplement, and $12 billion in 4 payments, 2 of $750, 2 of $250, to millions of veterans, carers and others across our community, pensioners who are on income support. And this economic support is help driving the economic recovery. And we saw economic growth in the December quarter of 3.1%. The first time our country has seen consecutive quarters of economic growth of more than 3%. And what was particularly pleasing, it was being led by the private sector. Higher business investment, higher investment in housing, higher and larger number of motor vehicle sales, and of course higher household consumption, Mr Speaker. And we've seen our labour market rebound strongly with an unemployment rate of 5.8%. And I've said to this House before, what Chris Richardson, a noted economist, said it was a stunning result in our labour market, Mr Speaker. A stunning result in our labour market with 5.8% unemployment, and the fact that all of those 88,700 jobs created in February were full-time jobs, more than 80% went to women and more than 40% went to younger people. So our economy is being tested, but we are delivering jobs, jobs and more jobs.